Speaker one, distinguished Toastmaster Satish Menon, to read out his speech objectives. Let me call upon Toastmaster Ranga. Toastmaster Ranga, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. DTM Satish Menon is delivering his speech on building a social media presence in the engaging humor pathway. It's a level 4 elective 1 speech. Purpose of the speech is for the member to apply his understanding of social media to enhance and establish or or new social media presence. Also, the speech is for the member to share some aspect of his experience. Timer, please note that the speech is for 5 to 7 minutes. Best wishes, DTM Satish Menon. Back to you, TMOD.
Satish, your personal brand. Your personal brand, DTM Satish.
Good morning, everybody. We see a lot of times on social media, especially Facebook, that people put a notification saying that I am traveling from so and so place to so and so place. And sometimes they also put out a lot of personal details. By looking at Facebook, you can basically figure out their entire family chain. You can entirely figure out what they want to do or what they are doing or what they are going to do, where they are going to go, everything. And like somebody jocularly mentioned once, you can also travel from Chennai to Mumbai without mentioning it on Facebook. But that's how social media has become. Certain people put out their entire life story out there. Some people use it very judiciously. They only put out what the world needs to know over there. And some are just there only because they need to be there. It's politically correct to be there, so they are there. Some are very vocal for every issue that they read on social media. They write a lot, they correspond a lot, they fight a lot on the virtual battleground. Some don't say anything, they will just give a like and go. Some people do likes, so they moment you put a post, you will say how many likes have I got. Then some will go and see who are the people who have liked. And why is that person not yet liked my post? Why has somebody not commented on my post? And then there are people who mix up a lot. What needs to go on Facebook will go on LinkedIn. What needs to get posted on LinkedIn will come on Facebook. So there's a lot of confusion that happens there. But in today's world, it's a necessary thing to be present on social media if you want to progress in your professional life. Personal life, again, it's up to us whether we want, how much we want to share our life with others. But professional life, yes, in today's world, it's very, very important that if I want to go ahead in my career, there definitely should be a proper social media presence which is there. And it does a lot of things if you use it in the right manner. Like I mentioned, just putting something up there is not always right. Because we have to remember that we are our own brand. What we promote, in a way, tells a lot about us. When we say something, when we write something, when we post something, when we comment on other posts, everything gives an impression of who we are as an individual. Because it is our thoughts, it's our expressions, everything which is going there. And people do form an opinion about what they see out there in social media about you. So it's very important that when we create something, we be true to ourselves and say, what are we trying to get out of that social media? If it is for fun, then it's a different issue. But also fun also has its limits on what we can write, what we can post, or what we can comment on. Professional life, LinkedIn, for example. If you want to create a profile on LinkedIn, presence on LinkedIn, it's all about how you will advertise your brand. So I'll talk about my educational qualification. I'll talk about my work experience. I will share my thoughts on areas where I am currently studying or working, so that when people see a lot about me, they understand what my thoughts are, what I'm trying to do, what is that I'm trying to tell. Again, one of the good ways of building a social media presence is connecting with a lot of people whom you know, or people with whom you have varied interest or shared interest. That way you build your network. LinkedIn has a good feature of you can go and ask for recommendations. Now, why recommendations is very important is it tells people who are looking at your profile as to what is that you've achieved. And sometimes when the people who recommend you are known to other people, so that way they get kind of a reference to say, yes, somebody else also knows this person. So tomorrow, if I want to hire that individual, hire this individual, or recommend this individual somewhere, I know somebody whom I can call up and ask. So that's so very important. So when you're building your presence on social media, always ensure that you're building it with the right intent of what you want to achieve out of it. Okay? Don't just blindly post something, especially LinkedIn. When you're commenting on something, ensure that you know what you're commenting on. Okay? When you're putting a post there, let that post be relevant to whatever you're trying to talk about or whatever you're trying to build about. When you copy paste from somewhere, please acknowledge the person who's written that post or who's taken that photo. Okay, don't just copy paste to say, oh, this is mine, and always be correct. Now, I would say that when you say correct, if you want to comment on issues, if you want to comment on politics, if you want to comment, if you have a difference of opinion, you are free to comment, but please ensure that that comment happens within a proper norms of proper discussion and healthy discussion. Don't go too much personal on people. Don't comment personally, and always keep your profile relevant. I've seen certain profiles where people don't keep it; it's far outdated. Okay. Please ensure that know that in today's world, when anybody wants to check on you, the first thing they will check on social media. They'll just type your name, immediately it will show Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, wherever you are, it will just come up. And that is where your brand comes out. What is my brand? Like we look at brands, you yourself are a brand. So what you talk, what you speak, what you say, what you post out there, what your opinions are, it all gets reflected in whatever you are there on social media. So please be very, very careful on what you want to project. The world is a world where people look for faster information and they want to make faster decisions. So the faster decisions can only be enabled if you have a proper social media presence that gives them that input in a very short time. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Today, our first evaluator is a very positive and a self motivated person. Though he's a veteran, he feels that there is no end to learning and to improve oneself. And Toastmasters is one of that best place to be in. Please join me in welcoming Toastmaster Ranga, who will be evaluating the speech of DTM Satish Menon.
Thank you, thank you, gentle evaluator, for that wonderful observation and introduction. So let's put our hand together for DTM Satish Menon for embarking on this project. It was very well done project, and according to the manual, it says that he should give an idea about what social media is and the benefits of it. So DTM Satish Menon is not a diffident speaker at all. He opened up straight away and he went about saying what different types of social media meant to him, especially the Facebook, where he started off by saying that there were many people who give their day-to-day activities in Facebook, which is not required at all. And he said that you have to be very consistent in what you do. And the most important phrase that he used was, "We are our own brand." That is very important for you to either advertise yourself or to bring yourself down. Because one word or one sentence here or there could mess up the whole thing. So he was razor sharp in focusing what needs to be done and how it needs to be done. He gave us a lot of examples of the profile in both the Facebook as well as LinkedIn, which gives everyone an idea about who you are and what you do. And going on, he said, connecting with people. These are the benefits of being in social media. So how do you do that? You can bring out your old friends, you can connect with them. They may be in different stations in life, and how you bring them together is very important. And then the relevancy of postings. He spoke about, as I had mentioned earlier, he spoke about what to post and what not to post, and how to be very careful in guarding your privacy, which is equally important. Now, there are a couple of things where I feel that DTM Satish Menon could have done better. One is he could have taken up a case study either about himself or about the organization that he is in and how social media helped. That would have given us some idea. Secondly, the visual aspect of it. Although he was able to exhibit some of the gestures, I felt that the vocal variety was pretty steady. There were no ups and downs, or there was no emphasis on certain things. And finally, I would say that the objectives of the speech, they were pretty well met. So all in all, the speech had structure. He expressed what the social media does, and also completed completed his speech by signing off on a high. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so